So great real estate tip for you today. You're going to love this one. Today we're going to talk about how you can get buyers to work with you and only you, no cheating on you. They're going to work with you on your terms and conditions. And we're going to accomplish that by not showing a buyer a property that they call on, but instead educating them to a point so that they come to their own conclusion that they don't want to just see that property. That there's a better and more beneficial way to go about searching for homes. Right? Think about it. Buyers don't look at one home and buy it. They look at multiple homes. They're looking for a good deal. So before we get started and get into the comments, I'd like to invite you to a free coaching call with one of our success coaches. If that interests you, just go to brianmosescall.com. That's brianmosescall.com. Pick out an available calendar slot that matches up with your schedule, and we'll jump on a free coaching call with you. So let's get back to the topic today. I'm really excited about this one. So when it comes to getting buyers to work with you, you need to differentiate yourself. Anybody with a real estate license can show a house. So when a buyer calls you and says, "Can I see that house?" and you go, "Yep, on my way," you're not really differentiating yourself, and really you're not doing them any value or you any service. 99% of the time, the house isn't a match for them. It's too big, too small, out of their price range, needs repairs. So in essence, you've wasted their time and yours. And the reason agents do that, though, is because it gets them in front of the buyer, right? You say, "Hey, I'll meet you at the property at 3 o'clock, and you get in front of a buyer. Well, I'm here to tell you there is a better way. And I'm going to share an interesting story with you here in a second. But before I forget, if you're just tuning in now, I want to invite you to schedule a free coaching call with one of our success coaches where we'll help you optimize and create a strategy and a business plan for the next 12 months that'll make you more income than you've ever made in your career. So let me tell you a quick story. One day early in my career, I had a sign call, and the buyer wanted to see the house. So I qualified the buyer, and they were well qualified. I set the appointment for 3 o'clock. I captured their phone number from caller ID. I set up the showing. I went to the house early. I turned all the lights on. I opened up the blinds to let the light in. I even went to the extent of putting some background music on. You guys know the drill, right? 3 o'clock comes, no buyer. Looking at my watch, nothing. 3:15, nothing. 3:30, nowhere. I'm thinking, WTF, what the hell's going on? I finally track them down, and they apologize for the inconvenience. Well, thanks. They just wasted 30 minutes to the property, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes home, 90 minutes of my life I'll never get back. And we scheduled it for tomorrow. So we scheduled it for the next day. I get there early. I set up the showing. I go to the house. I turn the lights on. I open the blinds. I do the whole thing. They walk in the front door and they go, "Oh my God, this place smells like cat piss. No way, it needs too much work. I'm not interested. No thanks." So all that prep time, complete waste of time. I'm chasing them down the driveway, trying to give them my business card, trying to pick them up as a client and convert them, telling them I can show them other properties, I have access to the MLS, blah, 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 blah. And they go, "Hey, we can't talk now. We're running late for our kid's soccer game. If we need anything, we'll call you." I was completely used. Has this ever happened to you? Really sucks, man. So we're throwing a bunch of crap against the wall, hoping something sticks. There's a better way. And as I'm sharing this story with you, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to type them in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer them here before we hang up, or I'll come back and type in some answers. But man, I was so pissed off. I was so angry. I sat down and I said, "I'm not doing this anymore. Like, real estate's my life. It's my career. It's how I provide for my family." And I go, "This is complete BS. There's got to be a better way." So I wrote out a process that would get buyers to go, "Hey, you know what? Wait a minute. Maybe we don't want to see that house. Maybe, Brian, we want to meet with you at your office, have you tell us all the properties that match our criteria. And then we pick the best 2 or 3 and we go look at those." Wouldn't that be a better way, folks? So I hope that's helpful. Here's what happened. Here's the solution to the problem. When a buyer calls me to see a house, I go, "I'm happy to show you that house. But I'm curious, are you open to other great, incredible, amazing deals in the area as well? In other words, would it be okay if I shared with you other properties that were similar that also were a good match for you? Rarely does a buyer say no. Generally, they go, yeah, what else you got? And then I make an offer. I say, well, you know, at our office, we have a buyer advantage program. And if I know where you're looking, price range, style, amenities, things that are important to you, I can give you a detailed list of all the properties that best match what you're looking for. I can show you the one you called on, but I might even be able to find you some others that are equal or superior in value. When's a good time to get together? And folks, I book the appointment. They come to my office. I show them what's available. Maybe we end up showing them that one, maybe we don't, but I've got them face to face, and ultimately I can do a better job for them. I hope that's helpful. That little tweak, along with systems and processes that I've created over the years, took me from selling 20, 40 homes a year, working my ass off, to selling 100, 200 homes a year, building a team, 300, 400 transactions a year. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, type them in the box. We'll come back and we'll circle back and we'll answer your questions. And by the way, if you'd like to jump on a call with one of our success coaches, where we take a deep dive look at your business, what's going on in your market, what's going on with your competition, what your average sales price is, we'll uncover some low-hanging fruit, some income opportunities. We'll help you eliminate waste and expense, absolutely free of charge, no cost or obligation. The only thing we ask is that you're open to growth, because we're not going to tell you to do more of the same. We're not going to tell you to make more calls, throw more crap against the wall. So if you're open to change, go to brianmosescall.com and schedule a free coaching call with one of our success coaches today.